In the bustling city of Washington, D.C., where politics and power intertwined with history, the press room of the prestigious National Tribune was buzzing with energy. Journalists, young and seasoned, moved swiftly, preparing their next big stories. Among them were Maya, a tenacious investigative reporter, and Ben, a seasoned veteran who had spent over 2 decades covering everything from presidential elections to social justice movements. It was late afternoon, and the newsroom was quieter than usual. Maya and Ben sat at their desks, reflecting on the day's work. The hum of computers and the occasional ring of a phone filled the background as the weight of their profession hung between them.
You know, Ben, sometimes I wonder about the real impact we have as journalists. There are days when it feels like we're just spinning our wheels, reporting on the same stories, the same issues. But then, there are moments when I'm reminded why I got into this business. Do you ever feel that way?
Oh, absolutely. There are times when it feels like we're shouting into a void, but then something shifts. A story breaks through, a wrong is righted, or people start paying attention. That's the power of the press. It's not just about what we report, it's about holding people accountable. Why did you get into journalism, Maya?
I think it's because I've always believed in the power of information. The truth has a way of changing things. Even if it takes time, even if people resist, eventually the truth comes out, and it has the potential to reshape everything. But lately, I've been wondering if the role of journalism is changing. Do you think journalism is still as influential as it used to be? Question: what do you believe is the most important role of journalism today? A. Holding power accountable. B. Providing unbiased information to the public. C. Giving a voice to the voiceless.
Answer A. Holding power accountable. It's all about accountability, Maya. At its core, journalism is the watchdog of society. We're here to shine a light where others want to keep things in the dark. Sure, there's a lot of noise in today's media landscape, but the true purpose of journalism hasn't changed. It's to make sure those in power don't get away with abuses or corruption.
I agree. There's something about being able to uncover the truth and share it with the world that keeps me going. Even when the stakes are high and the risks are real, it's worth it. But with so much misinformation out there, it feels like we're fighting an uphill battle. How do you deal with that?
You're right, it's tough. Misinformation spreads faster than the truth these days, but that just makes our job more important. It's our responsibility to stick to the facts, to dig deeper, and not let the noise drown out the truth. That's why freedom of the press is so vital. Without it, none of this would be possible.
As the sun began to set outside the towering windows of the newsroom, the weight of their conversation hung in the air. The role of the press had evolved, but its importance remained undeniable. Ben leaned back in his chair, the glow of his computer screen illuminating his face.
You know, when I first started out, I thought I'd just be writing about politics or maybe covering local stories. But now, I'm seeing how interconnected everything is. politics, culture, economics. It's all woven together. And as journalists, we're the ones tasked with entangling that web for people. Do you think the media still has the trust of the public?
That's a tough one. Trust in the media has definitely taken a hit in recent years. A lot of it comes from partisan divides and people consuming news that reinforces their own beliefs. But I think, at the end of the day, people still want the truth. They just need to know where to find it. What do you think has changed the most in journalism since you started? Question: what's the biggest challenge you think journalists face today? A. The rise of misinformation. B. The pressure to be first rather than accurate. C. The loss of trust in the media.
Answer B. The pressure to be first rather than accurate. I'd say the biggest challenge is the pressure to be first. We're constantly racing against the clock, and sometimes accuracy gets sacrificed for speed. It's a dangerous game. People trust us to give them the facts, and if we make a mistake, it takes ages to rebuild that trust. And then there's the constant stream of information, 24/7 news cycles, social media. It's exhausting.
Exactly. The race to be first can undermine everything we stand for. I've seen too many reporters rush to publish only to have to retract or correct. That's why I've always told younger journalists, accuracy first, speed second. If we lose our credibility, we lose everything.
The newsroom grew quieter as more reporters packed up for the night, leaving Maya and Ben alone with their thoughts. Outside, the city lights flickered on, casting a soft glow over the streets.
You know, despite all the challenges, I still believe in this work. It's more important than ever to have a free and independent press. Without it, who would hold the powerful accountable? Who would tell the stories that need to be heard?
That's why we're here, Maya. Journalism is more than just a job. It's a responsibility. We're not perfect, but we're necessary. The truth matters, and it's our job to bring it to light, no matter how hard it gets.
I think that's what I needed to hear tonight. It's easy to get discouraged with everything going on, but you're right. This is bigger than us. We owe it to the public to keep going, to keep fighting for the truth. Question: Ben, what keeps you motivated to continue in this line of work after all these years? A. The need to tell the truth. B. The sense of purpose and responsibility. C. The connection with the readers and the community.
Answer: B. The sense of purpose and responsibility. It's the responsibility, Maya. We're the bridge between what's happening and what the public knows. That's a heavy thing to carry, but it's also what keeps me going. Every story we tell, every injustice we uncover, that's why we're here. It's not just about the headlines. It's about making sure the truth gets out there, no matter how hard it is to find.
I feel that too. It's that sense of purpose that keeps me grounded. There's always another story to tell, another truth to uncover. And knowing that what we do matters, that makes all the challenges worth it.
The night was deep now, and the office was nearly empty. Ben stood up, gathering his things as Maya prepared to finish her article. Their work was never really done. But that was the nature of the job, always chasing the next story, always fighting for the truth.
Thanks for the talk, Ben. I needed that reminder.
Anytime. We're in this together. See you tomorrow.
As the lights in the newsroom dimmed, Maya felt a renewed sense of purpose. In the ever-changing world of American media, one thing remained clear. Journalism was not just a profession. It was a pillar of democracy, and she was proud to be part of it. Here are 5 words and phrases related to the theme of free press in America.
Accountability. The role of journalism in holding power accountable for its actions. Misinformation. The rise of false or misleading information that complicates the work of journalists.
Credibility. The trustworthiness and reliability of the press, crucial for maintaining public trust. Freedom of the press, the right to report news without censorship or political interference, a cornerstone of American democracy.
Unbiased reporting. The responsibility of journalists to provide information without personal or political bias, ensuring fairness in the media.